bout is scheduled for 10 rounds of boxing. In the red corner, from Puerto Rico, wearing the blue trunks with red trim, the current Continental Welterweight Champion, the Ogre. Fighting out of the blue corner, from the United Kingdom, Michael the Problem McKinson.
So much hype surrounding this fight, and now it is go time.
Which fans are going to be happy, which fans are going to be sad, I don't know. But it's the argument I love.
Under the bright lights here for this one. Really good matchup, and we're hoping for a really good fight. High hopes for this battle between these two athletes. Big shots from both of these fighters. Got to be careful, though. Nice straight. He misses with that straight left. There's nothing quite like the chemistry between a fighter and their coach, and this partnership is working great. Lucky that hook didn't score. Nice exchanges from both men in this round.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
Those counter punches have to hurt. One moment changes everything, especially in this division. You know, we may be in for a short fight. This fighter, an absolute animal. Look at the KO percentage. Hold on to your seats, folks. The straight right just misses. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Talk about a one-sided 3 minutes. We just saw it.
I seriously hope the judges kept their eye on this fight, because if they haven't, there's going to be absolute uproar.
And there's the bell for round two. That last round was huge for him, Johnny. How does he keep the momentum going?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing, because you've won that hands down.
Well done with that counter shot. Big hook. Good thing it didn't land. Nice counter punch right up the middle. The straight right just misses. Well, this fighter loves throwing hooks. Their opponent has got to watch out for that. A very competitive round here so far.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Misses with the straight left. The straight right just misses. going to punch himself out, though. Nice counter shot. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Well, there was no doubt about who won that round.
Dominance, without a doubt, made it look so easy.
Time winding down as we get set for another round. Let's get it started in round 3. This fight has been very one-sided. What are we going to have in this round?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
This fighter has a very good win-loss record and will be tough to beat. The straight right just misses. Swinging big and missing big with that hook. I think I'm holding on here for a minute. Halfway through the round, and I don't know who's got the advantage. Great stuff.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
This fighter expending a lot of energy in this round. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. You can see the heavy breathing, but that's not slowing him down. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Pretty dominant round there. Let's see how they respond here in the next round.
As long as they don't get complacent, you think this is too easy. If they keep this same kind of pace up, they've got this fight.
Back at it in round 4. After a really strong round, let's see if they can finish the job.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
When are we going to see a jab from these two? He threw a punch and just got countered. Swing and a miss with that hook. There's a counter shot. We're at the halfway point of this round, and both of these fighters have had their moments. Still could go either way.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
He's putting the pedal to the metal, but has to be careful that he doesn't run out of gas. Punch, counter punch. A straight right just misses. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. After what we saw in that last round, it's pretty obvious who has the advantage here.
You can't leave it up to the judges. It's up to you as the fighter, and the cornerman's got to put a firecracker on that fight to get out there and get the job done.
And there's the bell for round 5. That round was complete domination. Let's see if we can shake things up here in this round.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything worked. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing, because you've won that hands down.
Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. So much for boxing. This is a fight. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. Holding nothing back here in the round. Got out of the way of that right hook. An illegal move there. Good counter punching. You'd like to see more jabs. Good counter punch. Deciding to let it all hang out here in this round. The only fear you have with this fighter is, has he punched it? Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. How much cardio was put in for this fight? It may come down to that.
This is when you talk about championship material.
On to the 6th round. How much is left in their tank after last round? And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. The jab doesn't quite connect. Wanted to land the left hook, but was not successful. Nice counter. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. A perfect counter shot. Catch and shoot. Stamina is off the charts. That left hook misses. straight right just misses. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. That counter punch caught him clean. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Stamina is always an issue in a prize fight.
There's a lot on the line here.
And there's the bell for round 7. Was 1 minute enough time for them to recover after what we saw last round?
An amazing pace and tempo set in the last round. Can you keep this up? Me personally, I don't think that's possible. And if they can, their training, their conditioning would have been ridiculous, like they're in the army. But these guys, if they can keep up this pace, we are in for a great night.
Perfect counter lands. They need to be careful they don't punch themselves out here. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. That counter shot lands. The straight right just misses. And he scores with the counter. Nice counter shot. That hook just can't find the target. And down goes the Ogre. We need to see that again. Some amazing boxing right there.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You still want to fight.
Final 10 seconds here, unless something major happens. I think we all know who won that one. So it's plan B time after being knocked down in that round.
To make or break a fighter.
And we enter the 8th round. He got knocked down in the last round. Let's see what he can do here.
Todd, listen to me. If I knock somebody down like that round, you know this round coming out? He's getting everything, full barrel, because I know his legs are gone. So this, you watch what's going to happen. If he doesn't, I'll be very, very surprised.
A lot of effort being exerted here. How about that time counter shot? Stamina is off the charts. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. They exchange punches. Incredible work rate. The fighter's vision is paramount, and the referee may stop it here. So the referee says, fight on. Got to let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. Jab does not score. Beautiful. McKinson just got caught clean. Heavy shot, and the That problem is down. And as we see it again, there's no way to get up when you get clipped with a shot like that.
Shot from the gods, they say. A shot from the gods.
1, 2, 3, 4. Listen to me. Are you okay?
What a huge momentum swing that's going to be, considering that round will be 10-8 after the knockdown.
Love the response, though. Got back up, took a deep breath.
And we enter the ninth. His eyes look pretty clear here, Johnny. How do you think he's going to do after being knocked down in the last round?
That knockdown we just saw was a heavy knockdown. I'd be very, very surprised if he'll come out fresh as a daisy. That's not going to happen. He's got to hustle now. He's got to bluff him.
Beautiful counter punch. Nice counter punch. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. Which fighter will say no mas? What heart, what desire, but at what cost? That counter punch caught him clean. Threw the hook, didn't land. And now going for the finish. And now they're right back into the fray.
It's been a tough round so far. It's been a tough, tough round. What do they do? What do they tell him when he goes back to the corner? How are they going to get through this?
Tried to score with a jab. Punch, counter punch. Is he going to punch himself out, though? Very close round with 10 seconds to go. We've heard the old phrase, this might come down to who wants it more, but it might come down to who's in better shape.
You cannot gas out. If you prepared right, slept right, ate right, and did everything right for this fight, you have no excuse for gassing out.
This is the 10th. They let it all hang out in the last round. What do they got left?
Exerted a lot of energy in the fight so far. Now they're shattered. This is what you call championship rounds. If you have done the work, slept right, ate right, prepped right, I'm expecting you to get through this. If not, if you've cheated, the ring can be the loneliest place in the world.
Nope, that uppercut does not score. Well done with that counter shot. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. Well, they're going deep into the gas tank on this round. Halfway through the round, and man, these two... Hold that thought! McKinson may go down here. McKinson down to the canvas. Will he get up? Wow, that seemed to be the punch he was looking for. Let's watch it again.
Even I've got to see that again. Where did that come from?
Can't believe they managed to beat the count, but that could be the last hurrah.
card, he's up. I'll be surprised if he makes it back to the corner. And if he does, will he get back up on the stool again? That was a shot.
As we enter the final 10 seconds here, it's probably a round he'd rather forget. Pretty lopsided decision there, a unanimous one.
What a whitewash. You know, that's skills, that's class, that's levels. One is up there, one is down there, but you know what? The loser is going to have to learn a big, big, hard lesson. I totally agree.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, it is go time. My name is Todd Grisham. Alongside me, former world champion Johnny Nelson.
It's going to be unbelievable. The fans, everybody around the world, the fighters. This is just one of those things.
Time for our tail of the tape. Up first, the Ogre. And this fighter is a slugger. He'll be facing Arturo Thunder Gotti. You can see who has the power advantage. They'll be facing off in the welterweight division.
There is no joke about this. Someone is going to get hurt, the other is going to get embarrassed. Let's make sure they measure up well.
First, we have the Ogre from Puerto Rico, and they hold the SCI Continental title. The last time we saw them in action, they pulled off a very close win. Arturo Gotti from Canada. Their last fight was a tough TKO loss.
They have waited for this fight for so long, Tom. This is ridiculous.
And with that, we turn it over to the world-renowned ring announcer, Jimmy Lennon Jr.
This bout is scheduled for 10 rounds of boxing. Fighting out of the red corner from Puerto Rico. Wearing the blue trunks with red trim, the current Continental Welterweight Champion, the Ogre. Fighting out of the blue corner.
The fans are ready, and it looks like the fighters are now ready.
Todd, it's one of my favorite venues. You can't get a better place to fight in.
So a capacity crowd here for this one. We've been waiting a long time for this match. And that's the opening bell, round one. A hook scores. Straight right just misses. The right hook can't miss. There's nothing quite like the chemistry between a fighter and their coach, and this partnership is working great. Nobody home with that hook. The straight right just misses. Halfway through the round, and there's not a lot separating these two.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
The straight right just misses. There's a counter shot. They have no respect for each other's punching power. The counter punching. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. It's no secret who has the advantage after that last round. Let's see what they have in store for us in the next one.
As long as they don't get complacent, you think this is too easy. If they keep this same kind of pace up.
Here we go for round two. Last round, complete domination. Let's see what we have in store for us here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
This fighter has a killer instinct. Just look at this KO percentage. Over 70% of their fights have ended early. bravery being shown here is just incredible. His stamina is off the charts. Can they figure out the combination to this save?
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
Nice counter punch right up the middle. This boxer is a real hook specialist. Their opponent has got to watch out for that. Nice counter shot. That right hook won't score. No rest for the weary. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. You know that bell was sweet music to his ears.
You know, I've been in fights like that. When you're thinking, come on, bell, ring away.
Let's get it started in round 3. Off their stools and ready to go. Let's hope this round is more competitive.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you, and that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
And that hook misses. The perfect counter lands. You can see from the record, this fighter is fantastic and is really difficult to get past. Good counter punch. A perfect counter shot. That jab misses. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. For those who thought this would be a mismatch, you are sorely wrong.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. The straight right just misses. And he scores with the counter. He threw the hook, didn't land. Punch, counter punch. Holding nothing back here in the round. Well done with that counter shot. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Well, he is glad to have heard that bell.
These are not...
Here we go in round 4. Who's going to land the first big shot? So the fight will continue. How do they turn things around?
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him. Tie him up just until the end. Clears again, and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Beautiful counter shot. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. That hook won't score. Exchange punches. Nice idea with the jab, but does not land. Big shots from both these fighters. Got to be careful, though.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Swing and a miss with that hook. The Ogre has been stopped. How about that technique on that headshot? Let's see it again and appreciate it.
Are you okay? You're out of here.
So it's onward and upward. Up first, the Ogre from Puerto Rico, and they hold the SCI Continental title, coming off a tough knockout loss in their last fight. Up against them is Unbreakable from the United States of America. In their last fight, they got knocked out. Let's see if they can bounce back in this one.
This bout is scheduled for 10 rounds of boxing.
We welcome you to this beautiful... And there's the bell for round one. You couldn't write a script like this. This is like Rocky versus Apollo. There's a counter shot. Punch caught him clean. That hook won't score. The straight right just misses. Good counter punch. So here is the champ defending the title yet again. Timing beats speed, speed beats power. That counter shot lands. Back back and forth they go, neither fighter willing to back down.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
That hook was thrown with some bad intentions. This fighter expending a lot of energy in this round. The jab doesn't quite connect. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. This may do it. It's all coming to an end. I promise you, all three judges here. Here we go. It's round two. They've got all the momentum on their side after that last round. Let's see what they do here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. Those counter punches have to hurt. There's nothing quite like the chemistry between a fighter and their coach, and this partnership is working great. So much for defensive abilities. So much bruising. Will the referee stop this fight? And the referee's going to allow him to fight. We almost saw a knockout a second ago, and now they're going toe-to-toe.
Got caught sleeping on the job. What do? You step back, steady yourself, recompose yourself, then boom, back into it. But do not make those mistakes.
Well, hold on a second, Johnny. At some point, the corner needs to decide we have to protect our fighter. I thought we were going to see the finish there.
Now they've got to wake up. They've got to get on the back foot, clear the head a little bit, then jump back into it again. It's all about the hustle. Get back on it.
And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. I wouldn't be surprised if they stopped this fight considering the swelling and the bruising. And they're calling it there.
I think the referee forgot until all of a sudden, yeah, you know what, I better do my job here.
Well, Johnny, how do you rate the performance after this stoppage win?